Crystal frames, by which I mean glasses made in a transparent material, have become more and more popular over the last year or two. And if you're looking to choose your next pair of crystal glasses, or maybe even your first pair of crystal glasses, this video is for you. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And in this video, I'm going to showcase 3 of the best crystal glasses, certainly that I'm aware of, and maybe in the world. And we're going to start with this pair from Anglo Optical, which to me are the quintessential vintage glasses. And I can say that because this model has been around for about 40, 50 years now, and they still make it in the same size, shape and proportions as they did back then. So it's a truly vintage pair of glasses. And crystal is a colour that has been around for some time as well, and was certainly a lot more popular back in maybe the 70s and the 80s. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you put a pair of crystal glasses on is that they're quite soft and subtle on the face, but they also make an impact in their own way. They are definitely noticeable, so a lot of people expect when they put a pair of crystal glasses on that they'll kind of disappear. And it's definitely not that effect at all, because the crystal, no matter how transparent it is, still catches the light in a certain way. It's still quite sparkly and shiny, and that's really the cool effect of crystal. Another big advantage with crystal is the fact that it's going to go with any colour of outfit that you're wearing. Unlike if you were to choose, say, for example, a red pair of glasses, it's probably going to clash with certain outfits that you might wear. Crystal will go with anything. It's also a bit more delicate to wear than, say, a black frame or a brown frame that are a lot more common. But in a way, at the same time, like I said, ironically, it is a bit more noticeable than those colours because it's more unique and more different. So crystal glasses are definitely for you if you want something that's a bit quirky, and this is definitely the quirkiest, I would say, of the 3. Obviously, it's a slightly undersized frame. Round frames generally, we've talked about this on the channel before, should be worn a little bit smaller than the face, and this is a perfect example. Now, one thing I love about this frame is how it's contrasted with the tortoiseshell arms. You can get it in full crystal, but I just feel like that might be a little bit too much. You'll see with the other 2 pairs that I've brought to the table that I've not gone for a frame that is purely crystal, because having something that breaks up the crystal colour, like the tortoiseshell arms, to me makes them a bit more versatile and a bit more easy to wear as well. Now, when I think of crystal glasses, personally, I think of a round frame. So this is, to me, the place to start. If you're looking for crystal glasses, I would start with a round style and see how you feel. Having said that, not everyone is comfortable with round, so we're going to compare that against the other 2 shapes that I've got here with me today. But before we finish off, I want to just have a brief mention about the quality of this frame, because for the price that they are, less than £200, the finishing is fantastic. You know, they're made in England, they feature pinned hinges, which means the hinges are actually pinned into the frame rather than glued in, which is more costly to make, but it makes them a lot more durable long term. And they also have a 5-pin hinge, which means they're very robust. For the price that you pay for these frames, they're arguably one of the best value pairs of glasses that you can buy. And I know a lot of other brands like Barton Pereira, Oliver Peoples make styles like this in crystal colours, but to me you can't go wrong with Anglo Optical. They're the original, and they're still, to me, the best. And just to finish it off, if all that wasn't enough, they actually are available with an attachable sun clip. I featured these in one of my recent short videos, and I said that this is, to me, the most awesome sun clip of them all, because it's dead obvious that it is a clip attached to the frame, especially in this colouring. The vintage vibes are really cool, and I love the look. Anyway, moving on. Not everyone is comfortable with a style as quirky as those Anglo Optical frames, and that's fair enough. So this is a much easier way to approach looking at a pair of crystal glasses, especially if it's your first pair, because this frame from JFRA pairs an aluminium top with the crystal bottom. And you'll see a lot of brands do that, where they've got a darker rim at the top, either black or brown, tortoiseshell, that kind of thing, fading to crystal at the bottom. And it kind of gives you a halfway house, you know, you're not 100% committed to the crystal, but you've got that element in there, which definitely gives you style points. This is just an easier way to pull off a crystal look, because it's not too transparent, you know, you've got a bit of definition to the frame with that bar across the top. I've never seen it done in aluminium before, but that's why I love JFRA, because they make styles which are so unique and so different than everybody else. This is also an easier to wear shape, albeit quite a large shape. Obviously this is going to suit a slightly bigger head, but if you're looking for a slightly easier style to wear day to day, or maybe even a more formal look, the squarer shape with contrast at the top, to me, achieves that better. Aluminium, by the way, is a beautiful material which you see very rarely used in the manufacturing of glasses because it's very difficult to work with. To incorporate the aluminium, JFRA have actually had to build a steel frame through the rim, through the plastic rim of the crystal, and then incorporate the aluminium around that. Very, very expensive manufacturing process, and it's completely done by hand. These JFRA glasses are totally handmade, and it shows when you look at the detail of them. The advantage of using aluminium is it has a beautiful effect to it as it catches the light, and that makes these a really classy pair of glasses that, as I mentioned, would look fantastic in a more formal environment. They're really going to make a statement, but due to the softness of the crystal colour, they're quite delicate on the face as well. But if your motto is go big or go home, there's only one option. This new style from Cazal has really made an impression on me because I think the size, the oversized look combined with crystal, it's just awesome. It's so iconic and it's so very much Cazal. If you don't know Cazal, check out my link, which I'll put up here somewhere, to a video that I did showcasing the history of the brand. Definitely one of the most inspirational brands of all time in terms of how they have affected the whole eyewear market and the perception of glasses. And they're always coming out with new styles which have a retro theme but updated for the modern era. And yeah, you couldn't get better than this. The Aviator style is just so on trend. The oversized shape is so fashionable. It's a real statement piece, and if you want to make a statement with your glasses, you won't go wrong with these. They're also the most comfortable of the three to wear because whilst the front is made in acetate like the others, the gold hardware is actually titanium. That makes them very, very lightweight, but also very strong. And these are probably going to be the most durable of the three, thanks to the titanium spring hinges. So they are super comfortable, they're super cool, and for me it's the one I would choose of the three. Having said that, I would not buy these glasses without having a tint on the lenses. And I'm going to showcase now 3 different tints that I've combined and paired with these 3 different styles. I personally feel that if you are choosing crystal glasses in 2021 and you're not upgrading the lenses to be slightly tinted, you're really letting them down. Crystal frames just always look better with a slight contrast between the frame and the lens, and with a clear lens you kind of lose that contrast. A slight tint on the lens gives them definition, but I only mean a slight tint. I'm not talking about sunglass level tint, although some people do buy these glasses as sunglasses. I'm talking about a very slight, maybe 10 to 20% tint, which to me always finishes them off and always gives them that little bit je ne sais quoi, that little bit extra which makes the glasses perfect. Now, I've simulated the tints using the VisuFit 1000, which is some equipment that we have in the store. If you ever visit us, we can take you through how any tint will look in any style of glasses that you choose, and you can play with that to your heart's content. And I love experimenting with it to really make a pair of glasses unique for the individual. With crystal frames, like I said, you must go with a tint. That would be my one top tip when you're choosing crystal glasses. But there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this showcase of 3 of the most unique, 3 of the best crystal frames in the world, in my opinion. I hope it's giving you some inspiration and giving you a kind of direction to go in if you're thinking of that look, that crystal look, whether you go with round, rectangular, or square, aviator style. There are so many different looks that you can have in crystal, and they all look very different from each other, even though they're basically the same colour, just because of the shape and style and how they fit to your face. So if you have found this video interesting, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel because it really helps us grow. I also love answering your questions, so leave any questions you've got in the comment section below, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.